So the thing is, we just open the doors and we don't know what's going to happen.
People were voting your pizza like the best in the world. Like,
we were fighting for our lives from January, and it's important to me that the pizza we make never drops standards.
Hi everyone, it's Stevie from Ireland Before You Die. Today we're in Belfast and we're just outside Flout Pizza. For anyone who doesn't know, Flout Pizza has been voted among the best pizzas in the whole world, and it's only been open under 2 years. So we're here to meet Peter. Peter is the owner and the founder of Flout. We're going to ask him how it all started, and we're also going to try some of those amazing pizzas. Just joining this massive queue, let's go. So Peter, we're here in Flout. Can you tell us a little bit about it? What's it all about?
So it's all about pizza. Pizza for me is the god of all foods. It's the most elemental type of cooking. So in here, I mill my own flour. We have a sourdough starter. We use local produce. You know, bringing a few simple things together can make pizza that I really like. You know, the whole business is based upon me making things that I like, and hopefully there are enough people out there that like the same thing. So I look to pizza across the Atlantic, where New York style, Detroit style, Sicilian style, and how those pizzas over there are kind of famous for the things that they do, the reasons people go and eat those things. So looking at the types of pizza that's made over there and trying to put a local spin on it is something I wanted to do. So we make New Haven style in here, we make New York style, we make a Sicilian style, we make a Detroit style, we make an Italian influenced Romano style as well. And there's so much more to pizza than people realize a lot of the time. It's not just a round disc with stuff on it. There's so much fun you can have with it. So for me, that was a huge part of where this came from.
Brilliant. What do you think is the pizza everyone needs to try when they're here? If they had one slice, what is it?
So in here, whenever I started, the first 6 months I did it completely alone. So you see some guys behind us now. I was in this space on my own. I couldn't afford help. I didn't know what I was doing. I came from a corporate world. I worked 16 years in advertising. I'd never worked in food before here. And the first pizza I made in here was Detroit style. Detroit, I'm a real dough head.
For anyone who doesn't know, I've never had it.
Yeah.
So what is that?
So it's tradition. It does come from Detroit, but most Detroit pizza is made in Brooklyn, where it became really famous. And it's a Sicilian type of pizza, so it's kind of thick, and it's got what's called a frico around it, which is a cheese crown, a caramelized cheese crown. You can see over there. I'll show you one of those.
Cool.
Awesome. And whenever I started, that was the pizza I made, because being a real dough head, that's trying to make a thick pizza light and airy and crunchy is a difficult thing to do, and that's what I got involved in. But also when I was doing it on my own, it was a pizza that I could make on my own, and there's power bake, it gets baked, it gets sliced up, and it's really good for a slice shop to do. And also, it just hadn't really been done over here in a pizza shop before, so that was also interesting to me. So going back to what I said about iconic shops and places in New York, there's one called Prince Street Pizza, and they do a Sicilian pizza which doesn't have that cheese edge on it, but it's covered in pepperoni. It's an iconic pizza. People go there just for that, and I wanted to make the Detroit style version of that in here. So theirs is called a Spicy Spring. I call ours a Spicy Kings. I'm from Kings Road, and it's just a little connection to the local angle as well. So it has, we've got our own custom made pepperoni for it now, which is such a cool thing. I was working with a local supplier, Spinny, and they make a pepperoni just for us. So it's 100% local. It's all local mozzarellas. Flours from here, it's sourdough, it's organic, and it's riffing off that American style but in a local way, and that's the one to have.
Amazing. So how did you learn how to make these amazing pizzas?
YouTube and Instagram.
Oh really?
Yeah, so I've never had any kind of training.
Brilliant. I must say, see the Raven, I've never actually tried your pizzas, they're amazing, and we're going to try them, but just like people were voting your pizza like the best in the world, so it's amazing that you've learned that, self-taught.
Yeah, so I don't believe in best of anything in food. It's a subjective thing, and it's great that people come here and like it, but there's loads of great pizza places about. It's great to be mentioned alongside some others. But yeah, it's it's a big thing, you know. I get really obsessed with detail, like doing complicated things. Pizza is a very complicated thing to make if you really get into it. So we make 7 different doughs for 7 different pizzas in here, all baked in different ways, different temperatures, different times. I love all that stuff. Cool. So yeah, it's and every day, you know, there's no perfect pizza. Every day it changes. Every day it moves on. So always got to be learning. Try and keep learning. So.
Brilliant. And how busy are you guys on a daily basis?
So the thing is, we just open the doors and we don't know what's going to happen, and hopefully people come. And I get worried. There's no heating in here. Couldn't afford it if there was. So we're getting in the winter stage. Who knows who's going to brave the weather? Got a bit of sunshine today. But people have been continuing to come, which is amazing. I will always be grateful.
I've seen there's queues out the door in some pictures and videos online.
Yeah.
How often does that happen?
Happens every day.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And initially we were fighting for our lives from January. Things got very busy and it was difficult. We got quite a few 1-star reviews for wait times and all that kind of stuff. And we were doing our best. Had the oven that I could afford. Been able to kind of reinvest and triple the size of the oven we've got here, try and make things easier for people and make it more accessible if people do actually want to come here, and make wait times shorter. So yeah, trying to make the best possible experience we can.
Brilliant. I see on weekdays you're open from 12 to 2.
Yeah.
So I've never seen like a pizza shop only open those hours. Why is that?
So it goes back when I was doing it myself. We're in an industrial area of inner East Belfast. There's no passing footfall. We're not on the streets in Manhattan here, so there's no footfall. So I needed to create a window of hopefully demand that people will come for slices. You know, they're coming for slices that are hot and ready when they arrive. So the idea of creating a window that people will come into was important, but also my kids go to school up there. I'm on the school run doing that with them, so I drop them off in the morning and pick them up after school, and trying to get this business to work around my life as well, which is important to me. But we've actually kept those hours, so we're open 12 to 2, Wednesday to Saturday. Saturday might go to 3 o'clock, and we do a Friday night for pre-orders as well. And people think, you know, you're open for 12 or 13 hours a week, which is crazy, I do admit that, but I've been here since 6 o'clock this morning. Yeah. I'll be here until 7 o'clock.
You must be doing well
tonight.
enough that, you know, your business is surviving. That,
well, it just depends what well enough means. I buy top shelf ingredients, you know, I try and look after staff as much as possible, and it's incredibly difficult making a business work, a food business work. You know, there are places closing all the time at the minute. So I don't know how many people are going to come today, if any. Don't know how the week's going to go. Just got to see what happens. But in terms of making tons of money out of this, that would be great. That's the long-term plan, maybe, I don't know. But also, you know, there's more important things in life than money. If we can keep this business going, yeah, that's the thing. We're heading for 2 years old on the 2nd of December. And yeah, I celebrate every day we're able to open the doors, to be honest with you.
I'm just thinking from a selfish perspective, I want to try your pizza in the city centre. Will we ever see Flout in the city centre in the future?
So it's important to me, you know, that's my name. My name's Flout, and it's important to me that the pizza we make never drops standards. So that's why even when we're under immense pressure from January onwards, we kept the same opening hours. I didn't immediately try and open another location. I didn't, you know, overstaff with people who weren't necessarily able to deliver the quality that I would want. So for me, the only thing that matters to me is making the best pizza I possibly can every day. And I don't want to stretch what we do. I don't want to chase pound signs to compromise that. I'll never ever do that. So I don't really know what the future holds. I don't actually think far ahead because it's more important for me to live in the now than it is to think about.
You just want to make the best pizza
that's
ever.
All it is, yeah, and I want that's it, and hopefully people will keep coming and see how it goes.
Amazing. Well, I'm looking forward to trying one of your Detroit style pizzas.
Got one here for you.
Amazing, let's do it. Wow. It sort of looks like a lasagna.
People have said that before, and it does. Yeah. It does. It's baked
with
in
pepperoni on top.
Yeah, so that's that local pepperoni. That's made just for us.
Is it easy to take them out?
There's a real skill. It took me 4 years working out that cheese frico, because you got to have the right fat content, right hydration level in the cheese. Got to taste good as well, obviously. So traditionally, it's made in America with Wisconsin brick cheese. I don't know exactly.
How many slices could you eat? of this for the average person? Or is it
If you get through 2, you're doing pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Class. Oh my god, that looks so good.
So for me, there is no such thing as a New York pizza because, you know, places make it differently. But to me, New York pizza is more about attributes.
Yeah.
So, you know, the New York style we're going to make is, you know, a big crispy slice. 36-month Parmigiano Reggiano. You know, we don't want to make things that everybody else makes. It's got tarragon bechamel, got young buck blue cheese, which is made locally, the first raw milk blue cheese made in Ireland in a long time by my friend Mike down at Mike's Fancy Cheese.
Looks amazing. I've never seen a pizza like this before, so I'm absolutely buzzing to try it.
So, there you go. To a pot of our homemade buttermilk ranch. We call it crack ranch because it's
Wow.
kind of addictive, so yeah.
So, I don't want to,
You got to just lift it up. So you got to. I'll have this one.
Dip it.
Give it a go first of all.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It is amazing. So good.
So yeah, and if you want to, you can a little dip
Dip some of them.
Yeah, so it's ranch in America is a kind of it's a tacky thing, but a lot of chefs like it, and I love ranch, so we make our own.
Peter, that was amazing. Thank you so much. I'm a bit lost for words, but in the whole of Belfast, that's probably the most unique pizza I've ever tried. It sort of looks like a lasagna, and then it's like a whole pizza in a slice.
Yeah.
But I'm lost for words.
I've made a lasagna version of that pizza as well, just to make it totally meta. Yeah.
Well, I'll have to come back and try it.
But yeah, thanks so much.
Thank you so much for having us. Thank you. Wow. I'm lost for words. That pizza was amazing. It was unique. The owner is so unique. What a character. I don't even know what the business model is. It's just make amazing pizzas, open a few hours a day, and the people will queue up in their droves. It's midweek here and people are waiting for the pizza. Some guy just bought a full box. But yeah, if you're in Belfast, get down to Flout Pizza and check it out.